driving, so that he doesn't say how he gets all the way up
I'm
to
sure you know someone who
the
can get me in
Who exactly is that man? I just assumed that he was just a friend and someone that lives in this city, and that he was involved in something in the city. You know, the guy he was just speaking with, because I
I
didn't
think
read the book.
yeah, I didn't read the book either. I think he
So
works for Michael Caine's character. Eric, I'm so
mm.
glad you're character names. I'm
Oh,
forever
he's Fowler. He's Fowler. She's
Fowler.
Fong. She's Fong.
Fowler.
Like her name is spelled PH, like Fong, like that, like PH.
CHUNG, I think.
Yeah, and this part threw me off, y'all. I was like, oh Lord Jesus.
Why? Because there's a substantial age difference.
No, not even that. I just have never seen Michael Caine do anything naughty ever.
Really?
Yep. I saw him in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, like vying for the attention of someone from Steve Martin, and that was hilarious, but that's it.
I'm sure crying in the bathroom stall is the first time I've seen Michael Caine cry in a movie.
Oh my God, I know that was so good. I was
It
like,
was.
wow, that's some reality, right? That was really good. That was good.
I thought it looked real because it didn't look polished. It didn't look like
Yes, I know, Joe.
fake
North Ireland,
crying,
small
like
countries
movie
with-
crying.
Oh, and Brendan Fraser just spoke lovely French to Lil Fong there, right there, and looking all. Both of them are all looking all doe-eyed at each other, if you didn't notice. But yeah.
I was thinking of going up there.
It's a Catholic town, isn't it?
You got a date
Yeah, they're
tonight?
pretty strong against the communists. Bill.
She's got a date every night.
You got your piece of ass, I want mine.
He's playing the standard American.
Yeah.
I was planning on taking Mr. Fowler.
We've already got a table.
Eric, is that you?
Well, that's great.
What?
You go eat at the
I
Lock
don't know.
and Seal, and
There was just
I'll get
noise.
eating
It's
next
weird.
door.
Sounds like a plan.
Sound.
Come on.
Oh, it could have been me. Oh, I was about to say something about those guys, the other Americans or some other folks. They're doing their American meddling. I will say U.S. people doing U.S. meddling because there's North America and South America. We don't want to. South America's like, don't be lumping us in.
Don't be lumping us in with food.
You go and get us a table, and I'll go and rescue our Mr. Pyle. Thank you.
I think it's interesting how you go back and watch a movie, and like every time I see scenes I did not see before, and it just makes me realize that I can't pay attention to a movie. My attention span is like I remember every time I see the noisy scene where they're out. That file.
No. I mean, you can see this kind of pimping, this kind of hoeing and pimping is exactly why people are like, oh, it's magical there.
Right.
Put your arm around this one. If they think you
I was gonna say there are whorehouses everywhere, so they're choosing to focus here, but I'm not sure there are anymore. I think there were then. Comedy.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive us for keeping you waiting.
I forgive you.
We had to make sure that Bill Granger got home.
Wait, did that happen because he's American, or did it happen because he's Brendan Fraser?
Brendan Fraser, we want your
I would
autograph.
climb him like a tree if I was on him. I'd be like, yeah. I wouldn't let him go either, but yeah, they needed to make their money.
I mean, he looks like he's got money.
He does. Well, his character is an idealistic East Coast rich boy, basically. He
Right,
comes
yeah.
from money and privilege.
Is this?
It says I don't come from money, but
It's
obviously
kind
he
of
does.
it's kind of giving me some Great Gatsby vibes here. I don't know. No, I'm serious. Like it's
You mean the scene or?
Well, the scene, I guess, too, but it's just, I don't know, just two guys kind of dying for a lady and
Yeah.
all this money involved, obviously. And
I would end up getting completely off of that track though. Like, I mean, yeah, the lady thing, but even the lady part, the lady part, even the thing where they want her, it shows the contrast between those two characters and the reason they want her and things like that. I don't want to spoil it, at least that part.
you mean in this film or The Great Gatsby?
Oh, and this. Oh, I
Oh,
mean, if
okay.
someone hasn't heard of either one of these by then, though, I mean, come on. Which,
that's
by
what
the way, The Great Gatsby is sitting on my desk right now, beside my little plush pumpkin that I had got in the mail from China. Thanks, China, for that $1 pumpkin. Anyway,
Well, that's why I wanted to style this as a movie club instead of just doing reviews, because a regular review is intended to give you an idea of whether or not you want to go see the movie. That's like the point of a movie review. But we're probably mostly going to be doing movies that are at least a few years old. This one is 20 years old. So
right, if someone hasn't seen it by then, you know what I mean?
What we want to do is kind of talk about it in relation to, how it's going to affect the way or inform the way we go around and see stuff here in Vietnam. Although I will put my apologies out there already. I guess it's a good time as any to do it.
No,
One thing I didn't want to do was focus on war movies for Vietnam. That's just going to be the low-hanging fruit. Every movie about Vietnam is going to be a war movie, and it's going to get really old really quickly.
Right.
And the thing I wanted to do was make sure I stuck to places that we're going, which is right now is Hanoi. I want to focus on Hanoi. And then the first movie I picked violated both of those. Oops, sorry. But this is a war movie, but it's about the war for independence, not the American war. So I kind of on that one. And also, I just really wanted to see this movie. So even though it's Saigon,
It is really good. So even with spoilers, you could go back, watch this sucker, and it's still good. Okay,
Yeah.
because I've already watched it 3 times, and because I bought it. I mean, I was like, I'm gonna watch it again. I guess have it on the background, but I do watch movies several times, so I know about them. Now the sister, that's her sister there. Obviously doesn't want her. would prefer that she's with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah,
She's young, has money, and is not old and married. There you go.
Right. I think that's the biggest thing. Is Michael Caine is married to a lady in London, and the reason that they give is she's Catholic, so they can't get a divorce. Now, I guess I'm not a divorce lawyer, a British divorce lawyer, so I don't know. But it seems like if one party wants to get a divorce, that should
right. There's no stopping it, especially if it's the man and it's the 50s.
Right.
Hello,
Exactly.
I'm like, okay, come up with another excuse, homie. But like, he does end up, should I say what happened? I won't say what happens yet, because we're gonna watch a little bit of it.
It's up to you. It's up to you. As I said, I'm not. We can do spoilers on this because it really, in order to discuss the movie throughout it, we kind of are going to have to spoil some things, and we're not.
I mean, one of the best parts of it is the reveal of when the other explosion happens, and then you go, oh, okay. I mean, you knew something was kind of probably up, but then you're like, shit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you married?
It's good. Yes, I am. It's a good movie.
But if he's Catholic, their religion restricts him from getting a divorce technically.
They said I don't think he is Catholic.
He's not. Just his wife is.
I can't remember the character, but Graham Greene, I think, was atheist.
But the thing about the Catholicism thing is, I thought the Catholics weren't allowed to marry unless the other person did jump through some hoops to be married.
Convert.
Yeah. Like not even conversion, like just some kind of like some quickie thing where it's like, yeah, okay, I'll acknowledge your Catholicness. Mother Mary, yada yada, something. But I don't know. Either way, it sounds like a flimsy excuse. But it's really not his excuse. He really is being told that she's like, nah, screw you. So because basically he's later on in this, he is told that he has to go back, and he has to make a decision anyway if he's gonna go back or if he would stay there. But he already
If there's
okay. Like, how is he going to make money? He does mention that. He's like, how am I going to make? He's not
That's a
able
fair
to make
point.
money.
How's he going to make money if he stays or if he goes
Right,
back?
because he's not.
Oh.
He will no longer be a journalist for whoever he's. Because they want him to come back and do other things. So he's been enjoying his time there, and he's like, okay, I get to do my job, but also have this love affair. You know what I mean? And then Brendan Fraser comes in, and it, screws everything up, but kind of doesn't. I mean, you saw how he kind of welcomed him and took him under his wing, and then was like, because he knows he's there. Michael Caine's there, but he knows he is going to need to leave there. But at the end, he doesn't leave there. Just so you know, I'm just telling you that, like, the point about the wife and the Catholicism and all that crap is that he's being wishy-washy about it, and he's enjoying this time there, and he could go back at any time, but it's not because he doesn't want this woman. I think he really does love Vaughn.
London calling
Oh
me
yeah,
up,
yeah. I think so.
watching them dancing together.
But
100
he
people.
lies to her later on and says that the letter from his wife is saying that she'll give him a divorce. And but that's because he's trying to trick Fong to going back to the States with him. So that's bad. Because he
Is that-
didn't. Because he was going to take her to the States with him. Well, not States. No, wait. Sorry, he's British. To the, across the pond. He's going to take her back. And then they, bust him out on that. But it was just at least to try and stay with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. I mean,
But she's a possession. But
I'm back on the
oh, I'm sorry. What did you say about possession?
but she's a possession. He loves her, but she's also his a possession. You know what I mean? Like, you can't lie to someone and love them. Which, by the way, though,
How long can you
brings
keep
up the point about Brendan Fraser saying, you lied. You don't lie to people you love, or something like that. And I'm like,
That isn't love. I was
that
like,
isn't
that's
love.
the
Yeah, that isn't love. That's right. And I'm like, okay, idealistic East Coaster who we're going to find out things about in the next 20 minutes or 30.
Yeah. Well, that's his character. Like he's this. Wait, is this the part where he's coming up the boat?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
this is going down, and then he comes. This is so funny. I thought this was great, though.
There is scenery like that up here, by the way.